Yo, what is up, guys? We're back with the spring slapdown here at the underground. And today's games, I think, are probably, this is the biggest match of the tournament so far. I'm here with Sieg again. What's up, Sieg?
Hello. I'm happy to be here. Happy to watch what I think is going to be a real banger of a game.
Yeah, many people consider these the two tournament favorites. We got the Go War Hamsters with Frothman, Bourbon, and Echo. It's two S tiers and an E tier. Going up against Sammy, Clark. Oh wait, I said Echo. They have Rizos.
Yeah, you said
Sammy, Clark,
said
and Echo on the other team. Also two S tiers. Looks like the draft is starting already. So we're gonna get right into the draft, actually. And there's already some mind games going on. You guys will see right now as we look at the draft. Look at the name of the Go War Hamsters. I think that says a lot right there. Leafman TC rush me, please. So that was kind of a secret strat, I think, that the 3-0s had planned. And they're already like putting out there that they know it's coming. So
now we just have to find out who's the rat. Who's the rat who?
Yeah, I think you still do it. I think that name is there because they don't want them to do it. It's not like, yeah, we know it's coming, bring it. They don't want them to do it. I think you still do it if you're Echo. Do not change the game plan.
The reverse psychology. It's the reverse psychology.
I think I turned you down a little too much. Talk again, Sieg.
Hello. Is that better? Or am I not talking?
How's his audio compared to mine, you guys? I did not record before and test. I didn't yesterday either. You were probably louder than me yesterday. I didn't even think about it. Noob host.
Very great name. Yeah, I'd have to agree.
But to the draft, so the Persians, they actually gave them the Persians. I mean, it's coming. That is, maybe their plan is to just wall the hell up like crazy on Andes before it gets there.
You were just saying that you thought it was a reverse psychology, that they really actually didn't want them to. And I think that proves that they're not that worried.
Yeah, and they picked Cumans. I actually expect early walls.
Oh my god. Wait a second.
We've seen
map pool for this matchup. What is it?
Oh yes, thanks for reminding me. So today's opener, this is round 3 of the winners bracket. I know we saw round 4 yesterday, which was Golden Pit opener. It's round 3. It opens on Andes. The Go War Hamsters actually picked Hamburger. And wait, what the hell did they? Oh gosh. Didn't they? Oh, Haboob, I think, right? Let me check. I think the 3-0s picked Haboob. Yes, Haboob. So it's Haboob, Hamburger, and Andes as the opener.
Haboob, Hamburger, and Andes. All very... Well, I mean, I guess Hamburger's just such a strange map, but those are all pretty aggressive maps.
And knowing you have Haboob, maybe you douche on Haboob with the Persians. Golden Pit is round 4, Zumpy. Cuman, Spanish, Ethiopians, even Bulgarians. That's interesting. That sounds like a Minute-Arm play.
Yeah, I mean, they get those free upgrades. That's really...
If it's a flank. I don't know if it would be a flank. I guess we'll see. Probably wouldn't be a flank, actually.
I mean, even if they decide not to douche, Persians are just a strong pocket sieve.
Yeah,
so I could see even Samir or... Who's the pocket? It's hunting, right?
It's hunting. There's no way. Like, that is 100% for Echo. There's just no way it's played anywhere else. Now, with one thing I want to say that I've had a change of heart about. I hated Hamburger. I didn't like playing it. My team got wrecked on it. I like the map now. I played it recently with one of the teams. I won't say who. But
Spencer, who is Hamburger holding your family hostage? Is it demanding that you
Let's just say we might get 2 hamburgers today, and it's actually a pretty fun map. If you don't have like a garbage strat or have it go completely wrong like what it did for my team, it's a good map. We just didn't have anyone to practice with, so we never got to test what we did to find out that it was horrible.
I like the Civ draft so far. There's nothing that I'm seeing that I'm like, oh, what are they doing?
Right.
Though I see Vietnamese, and from what I've been able to tell, they've been doing pretty poorly this
They have.
this
They're almost a
this tournament.
curse. You pick them, you're already on an uphill battle.
But humans have been pretty consistently banned this tournament.
They have.
So I'll be
They
interested to see whether that was, people were just chasing shadows as far
speaking
as banning the humans.
speaking of the Cumans, I think they are 6-0 this tournament. I'm gonna check right now.
Stumpy says you need to just play Viet standard and not only Rattans. I'd probably have to agree with that.
That's
I
a good
think
point.
every time I've heard people, they're like, well, you just got to go Rattans. You just got to play Rattans. And then they get their Rattans out and they
Because
don't do anything.
they're
It takes
very
too long.
versatile. They're like, I gotta go the damn Rattans, and they're going Rattans against like triple knights or triple cav and crap like that. It's like, dude,
Oh,
that
there
is
it is.
worthless. They have
Final
a
pick is Portuguese.
they have a very good blacksmith. They can get, I think, a fully upgraded cavalier if they really want. Like Vietnamese can do so much,
Okay.
not just
So if you had to
locked in.
guess, Echo's civs, it's Persians, Italians? Is he the Italian player? Is he going to be on the flank with Italians, or is that going to be
Uh,
Sammy? Because I'm pretty sure Celts. For some reason, I think Sammy's going to play
I
Celts.
think he's Poles because he'll be towering on Hamburger. He's the Persians, and on Haboob slash Andes, the other one besides Persians, maybe Sicilians. That's another douche civ.
That's what I was thinking of. I think hunting is Berbers, Franks, Magyars. That's what I would guess. Three pretty good cav civ. Well, three amazing cav civs. Um, I don't know as much about their competitors. What do you think Bourbon and
Oh,
Rizos and Vrothman are going to be doing?
so they Bourbon has played in tons of tournaments, from what I've heard, and he's a very good player, and he's so good at strategy. So they're gonna have things planned
In fact, that's a good
that.
point. Go over Bourbon's team really quickly. Give a little like rundown of each
So
of the
so
three players.
Bourbon, I want to say he's the best pocket in this tournament, but the way Rob's been playing, I don't know. Maybe maybe Rob is, but Bourbon is probably the best player. He's a 2K, I think. Maybe he's even higher. We'll look at them right now. And Rothman is also a 2K. More of a 1v1 player, but definitely a dangerous flank. Um, and then Rizos is new, but very good. And by the way,
So
for those that don't know, there is another game happening right now, and there are no spectators allowed for it. Dev's team, Team Disasters, playing the Gentlemen's. It's all private. No one will know the outcomes of those matches. Those recordings will be streamed after this.
okay, I'm looking forward to streaming that one too.
Right? Maybe
Oh yeah.
we'll wing it. Maybe we'll just keep it going after this. We'll see. Get right into those.
Be
Or
honest, I want to watch Dev's team and Samir's team go up against each other. That is a matchup that I want to see. That's probably number one, number two that I want to see.
yes.
Ugh.
And I even heard from Leaf Man, he's like, no one could find RC. He just popped in and they're ready. He's like, man, I hope he doesn't show up. I really want to see this set right now. Like, he's more interested in watching this set than playing his. And I don't blame him. I think it's going to be an epic set.
Yeah, I mean these Civ picks are I mean as far as I can tell, all good, very strong Civ picks.
Yeah, I'm going to highlight over players while we wait. So we found out how to spec games. I made them put Slapdown in all the names, and if I type Slapdown, and you guys can do it too if you want to follow from your own screens or whatever, you will see the game on the browser, and when it's up, you will see it in Spectate also. I don't know why that works, but that is the way that works, and I don't know any other way. So we will get the games. And we're highlighting over hunting. He's an 1840 1v1, but he's more of a team game player. I don't think he's played 1v1s in a while. He still knows how. He's a pure pocket pretty much. He can play flank, but he's a pocket. Sammy.
One of the greatest team leaders of all time, hunting. He has a soft touch, and he really knows how to inspire confidence in his
Leads with
allies.
kindness and
Kindness and grace.
Yeah.
Like him, like it's a fight whether it's him or Maria Theresa. That's nicer.
Yeah, he might win nicest person of the year award if that was a thing. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with that.
Yeah, between him and Osama bin Laden. Sorry, I didn't say that.
Okay, so we see Bourbon now. We'll highlight over him. 1886. Okay, I don't know. Maybe he's been losing lately. I thought he was higher. I mean, it goes up and down. Everyone's all over the place. I'm sure he'll be back up if he was 19/2K.
As far as this tournament is considered, 1886 is very strong. So a little bit here, a little bit there. I don't think it matters.
Right.
Yeah.
Echo. Now, something that stands out with Echo, I think he was playing 1v1s maybe when this started. He doesn't even have a rank anymore, so I don't know when he last played a 1v1. But he obviously hasn't been playing any, because he would have a rank. Rizos, on the other hand, ooh, he's almost hit 1300. He was not at that last time. He's still 1250-ish. But he's clearly been grinding some 1v1s, which you want to see from your weakest player. And we're just waiting on Rothman to get into the game. And we do have spy cams on both teams. Thought about it. Yes, the Russians will be speaking Russian, but it's universal when it comes to emotions, tones, reactions. You can still get an idea of what's happening, even if you can't understand it.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain we'll be able to recognize any curse words that are being thrown. So
Panic,
I don't know that many Russian
celebrations.
words, but suka, bliat, these things. No.
Yeah, maybe I think Dev knows a little. Oh, but Dev's playing right now. Never mind. Let's say Dev, translate for us.
Yeah, we have special guest development to come in and tell us what the hell they're yelling at each other about.
Right, and Atius is Rothman. There's the big 2K number we like to see. 2004. Dev knows Russian. I don't know if that's a joke. I think he does understand a little bit of Russian. I don't think it's a joke. I don't know how. Dev knows everything, man. He probably knows like 4 other freaking languages.
Dev probably knows where all of us live. So, yeah. We won a lot of spy cam on Hunting's team.
Yes,
You always
Cap.
do.
We will get the spy
Yes,
cams on Hunting's team. Let me
You want to
see.
hear the comforting words, the words of encouragement.
And I could very easily see these teams being in the final. Whichever one loses may make it back to the finals through the losers bracket. So this might be a preview of the best of 5 finale. And Sammy's asking if I can see the name. Can. Hope this channel stays unbanned. Yeah, you know what? I think it will. I need to make something about names. I don't know if Sammy's name's inappropriate or not, but it does seem a little...
I don't know what you're talking about, and we probably should just kind of ignore it.
Yeah.
I think is probably the safest way.
I think I can actually change it on the scoreboard. So I will do that right when the game starts. I think. I don't know. I never do that. Today we will.
Yeah, you probably want to change Rothman's name too, just for clarity.
Oh, that's true. I know. What is with everyone playing with like, this is my Discord name, but this is my Steam name? Like, what the hell? Why not
And this
just
is my
play
real
this?
name.
Yeah, and then they go by
And this
their
is
real
my
name.
zip
Like,
code. No.
like Sammy's like Ace of Spades on Discord. He's Sammy that we all call him, but then he's got like a different frickin' Steam name every day.
And that's why every day we should thank God for Rob Mayhem and
My
Jonas Noob Poacher, who are Rob and Jonas.
right. Mizel wants to know what my real name is. My real name is Snapjaw. Spencer's my gamer name. Just to be clear. Yep, that's what my mother named me. I think I was snapping my jaw a lot when I was a baby. So yeah. Okay, I think the game is up, and it is. This is gonna work. It's gonna frickin' work. Let's go, it worked. We are back.
Okay, look at that. Malians, Vietnamese, and Mayans.
It's gonna
Or
work.
was that? Yeah.
Don't worry about the black screen, guys. I'm just loading Capture Age. I have to do it in game now, or it crashes. I've done a lot of testing and crap. And here we are. Okay, let me update the casting. So we have 3 rows. Go War Hamsters. Sammy. Okay. There. Everything's fixed. Wait, what's going on? Okay. Catching up. Are you on Capture Age 2 Seek?
I'm opening it up right now, so
Awesome.
I will catch up with you.
Just gonna fast forward to live. So on the flank we have Sammy playing Italians. He wants to go up
I
quick.
thought I thought he might be. I've seen. I think he played that on Haboob as well.
You
Not
called
Haboob.
it.
Um, Beach Fight. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Echo is with the Persians.
Hunt
I'm ready. I am ready for it.
right.
And hunting
Hunting
with
with
the
the
Franks.
Franks, Echo with the
That's
Persians. Now,
classic.
keep an eye out for any reasons for an admin on this map. There can be some really bad starts that aren't fair. Let's look at Rizzo's. Looks like his map is fine. And then Rizzo's is playing the Mayans. Okay,
Yeah. So you've
so
got.
that's the best case scenario. It's the douche is going to be going at Rizzo's most likely. I don't think he'll walk to the pocket.
And I think I know why they picked Vietnamese. They want to know where the douche is coming from.
I guess so.
So they picked Vietnamese so that they can be like, hey, Rizos, he's coming straight at you. Now, I will say that
And Rothman, let me change Rothman's name. I don't know if I'll even spell it right. I think it's Rothman. Okay. Rothman in the blue with the Mayans. Did I say Rizzo's was the Mayans? He's the Vietnamese. And Lomas, you got some cool fishing videos on your YouTube, he said to me. Yes, I love fly fishing. That's what my YouTube started as, was fishing videos. Now it's kind of switched. Oh, is there a re? 408, we have a pause. Echo game freeze. Oh. It's
that
not a
is really
pause.
unfortunate. That is
It's
an 8.
unless he crashed, it's probably a pause for a moment. Because I've been having this happen. My game will freeze for like 10 seconds. And I'll be like, pause, 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 guys. They can still hear me on Discord, so it's freaking DE. Thanks, devs. Thank you so much for making the game better every update.
Weirdest thing, it sounds like you're not being entirely sincere, Spencer.
Of course I am. I'm as sincere as hunting is nice. Kiss my ass. It's going to be at Bourbon. They are going to re so they can do Rothmans. No re. Now, I thought maybe we'd see Kumans. We saw that here once in the tournament because the walls and you can wall up quick. But no. So they don't even care that the douche is coming at them. They just don't care.
Yeah.
And Sammy loves his quick ups. Especially with Italians. It's cheaper. What's the res? It's about to click. Although it's not like it's ET. Yeah, he's going up at 18 with Loom. Be going up quick.
You know, I gotta say, just map generation wise, Vrothman is pretty far away from the rest of his team.
Right, and we see 19 seconds for Echo, 11 for Rizos. That's the 2 E tiers. Love the perfect tree covered puddle by Red. I know, these are so cool. The left of Sammy's base, there's like trees around a pond. I don't know why, it just looks so cool, and this map does it all the time.
Those are not trees. Those are reeds.
Oh, mine's it's pine trees, because that's
Oh
all
no.
I have. And here's the douche. It's going. How did we miss this? It's going
I
right at
I
Bourbon.
kind of thought it was gonna go to the
Looking at
bird. I
trees.
kind of thought it.
It's
I
going
kind
right
of
at
thought so.
Bourbon. He's
And look
up.
at it. It's in
Oh,
range. It's in range.
I
I will
love it.
say, Echo last evening, he was practicing his douche and he put the TC out of range. It
Let's
will not
go,
be.
Echo. Wait. That's
I
caster biased. No, I just like it. This is an E tier doing a
No,
big
this is
thing
an
to an
E
S
tier
tier.
going at an S tier. This
Yeah,
is
right?
absolutely. This is.
It's
this
amazing.
is. This is David and Goliath. What is he doing? Okay, I was about to
And
say.
Hunting's there, both scouts are there. I don't know what they're going to do to react to this, but Bourbon is not going to be a factor this game.
I I think that's a little bit early to say. We'll see how effective this actually is.
He's giga migrating. He's pulling his sheep, he's pulling his vills. Oh, that's amazing. What if he goes and douches Rothman next? He might.
I mean, this is kind of exactly what you want because Rizos is the weakest player on his team. We kind of saw it when we were streaming the recordings yesterday. The team that ignored the worst player on the enemy team won.
Right. And you can't slink till castle either.
Yeah.
So
So we got
like
to keep our eyes
you
on that, and we
you
don't
can't
have
just
Dev to catch us here,
yeah,
so we'll have to be extra vigilant ourselves.
a lot's gonna be on Rizos to do something big here as the weaker player. Oh, we should have
And
mic'd him up. We should have mic'd him up. We missed it. It's fine. It's fine.
yeah, I mean this is already very interesting because Rizos can't go forward and kill Echo. That would be a waste. Rizos has to come forward and do some damage to hunting.
And what
Probably
happened? Bourbon built 2 mills. That is so a misclick. He built 2 mills and a lumber camp. No TC? I think they're
see.
dead. I think they're dead. I think this has worked really well, and Bourbon misclicked
No,
the wrong building or
this is
something.
this is I've seen Hera do this. It's the double mill zero wood strategy. It's a
What?
classic. No, it's not.
Yeah, I was like, what? There is no such thing. I think
It's,
they're dead, and here comes the douche again. So
here's the
Echo is
he's
gonna dunk again onto Brothman. We're gonna see Hamburger
ah
today. I'm happy. We're gonna
I
see Hamburger.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, Bourbon's here. He might be able to stop the douche. He's probably has the unit micro above Echo. Echo could be biting off too much here. Oh, there it is.
I think it's still like the reaction having to deal with it. Sammy's gonna be all over
Yes,
you too, which he is.
and I think is Bourbon doing anything else on the map right now? He's got nothing.
Bourbon is just trying to deny.
Yeah, well, he's doing a pretty good job. But we'll see. Hunting's there with the scouts. Those skirms are not gonna do much. And Echo can definitely beat those skirms to death. I
This
mean, the
douche is
spears to
gonna
death.
happen. It looks like. This is GG. This was.
This is devastating.
He's overreacting with too many bills. They can get it up. There's enough military here to punk the skirms.
Yeah, you've got skirms and spears. I think the spears are all dead, aren't they? Yeah, the spears are all dead.
Now
I'm pretty sure this is going on.
what did I say about the name in the draft? I think that was them hoping they wouldn't get douched.
I
It
don't
was
know.
like,
At the same time,
yeah, let's
you're
put a
down
spike.
most
Let's
directions.
listen to the 3 zeros. Clark's team.
The 3 zeros, Clark's team.
Yep.
There we go.
I need to go on food at home. I don't know.
Are they? Is it silence?
It's working. He just started talking.
Oh, that's right.
Involves.
That echo too loud though. Sammy's or Clark's walled at home too, so Rizos can't even find damage. Yeah, this is a 2v3 with one of the twos currently being douched.
Yeah, I'm finally able to produce Vels again.
Echo is out of Bills. There's only 3 units in that TC, so it'll actually never
I'll deal
kill.
with Rizos. He's the only guy left.
It will never kill Rothman's TC, I think.
Okay. You know, it wasn't as exciting as I thought it might be. The spy cam, that is.
I've missed Posh's comment. Sometimes the best use of a bad player on your team is for him to suicide bomb the opposing good players. Some pro, probably. I like it.
I know for a fact that that's exactly what Hunting X said.
Yes, sounds legit.
He said, we will just throw Echo at them, make him fall on his sword.
Now I wonder if they think that Bourbon's getting back in the game, because he isn't.
Let
And
me
he
going
never
this way.
will.
Still far from you, but it could come to you quickly.
I have a lot of stuff. It's fine.
Zombie makes a good point. What is Bourbon doing? Why make farms with no TC?
I don't understand either, because is he taking wood anywhere? Let's see, he's got
I don't know where
okay,
Green's
he's
Fills
got
went.
8 on wood somewhere.
Still have archers
I don't
in
think
their
They're in
TC, Sammy.
they're in
Where?
Rizzo's space.
I'm aware.
Oh, okay.
So I got 7 Vels in there now. I can almost maybe TC drop again. Should I try?
Just kill this one, right?
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
after
just
it's
forget-
down.
No, you don't need a TC drop again. I think.
Okay, do we want
It's
to
up
turn
to you,
off the
but I don't
spy
think.
cam?
I don't think you do.
Yeah, I'll try to get the feudal, I guess. Then.
Yeah, we can kill the spy cam.
I think you can just play the game.
Looks like they have this. They'd have to really screw up at this point. They're gonna get castle. And they're just
Yeah.
gonna kill, because Hunting and Sammy are untouched.
Yeah, Hunting and Sammy are the carries. I mean, Hunting's the pocket.
And look at Rizzo's
Like-
base right now. He does have a tower.
And Sammy is so good. Oh, he should.
Bourbon just got his
Oh.
TC up. I didn't realize he had lumberjacks here, so I thought he was never gonna be back in the game.
I mean, Echo and Bourbon are both at the same amount of vills right now. Of course,
Reese-
Echo's in a more precarious position.
Rizzo's
so-
is first to castle. That's actually good for the war hamsters.
First to cast, but will he be able
Oh,
to
don't fight
enough
those.
damage with
You
it?
cannot fight these archers. I think he's right-clicked with this.
He has the skirms directly down there.
It
Like,
might have
we
been a
can see the
misclick. I don't
skirms.
know.
And then there's just that Sammy Ville over there. Not the Sammy Ville, the Sammy Archer that's back in Bourbon's base. Probably looking for where Bourbon is.
The thing that I don't like is giving Persians. Like, you can fight a douchebag if it's not Persians, and usually win. Persians, though, no. 100% gonna lose. Every time.
So they do know where Bourbon is rebooming.
Rothmans.
Sammy's team.
So we see...
Sammy and Hunting know where Bourbon is.
Yeah, it's kind of like a 2v2. We see 4 players on their way to castle, 2 from each team. It's a 2v2, but Rothman is in worse shape because he also got douched and lost to TC. It was a 1.5v2. You could say.
Yeah. And
Now Rizos is up first, and he's going straight to Sammy. Bodkin's coming in. Looks like he doesn't have enough res for crossbow. I want to see the idle TC times. Echo with 9 minutes. Bourbon, it's 50 seconds, but Bourbon didn't have a TC for a long time. Yeah, so
What are the
Echo,
resources for bourbon?
Echo just lives with Frothman. I've never seen two bases coexisting so well.
It's just, you know, they're roommates. But Echo's the type of roommate that doesn't do the dishes. He's not paying any of the rent.
I like what Laposh is saying. You could drop the TC again. Screw with farm, screw with gold, the tower, whatever you want to kill.
Yeah, especially you could definitely drop it to the top right of the top right of the goal.
Yeah, the score is surprisingly close, but I think that's definitely deceiving.
I think, yeah, at this point, like, even though Bourbon's recovering better than Echo, that's to be expected. Bourbon's an S player, Echo's an E. It kind of isn't as impactful, I think.
Looks
Like,
like
I think the damage done to Bourbon is way better.
and everyone's
Echo's
meeting
really
up
done
at
his job.
Frothman. Rizzo's, well, I don't know where Rizzo's is going now. Rizzo's going back down. I think he's kind of indecisive on what to do exactly. It is a... There's pings going on from Clark. I think he wants Sammy to go hit the other two players.
Oh. Oh, let's see. You've got ballistics coming in from Sammy.
Sammy has two archers in Echo's TC. Ballistics coming in, okay. We see pikes coming from Rizzo's. I think he knows he needs them so Clark doesn't just kill him.
Oh,
I
the
like it.
ballistics and thumb ring. Or is they do have thumb ring, right? No, I can't tell. Oh, the dancing, Vrothman's dancing.
Now,
But he's running away from the 4 vills.
Bourbon's at 31 vills. One thing to consider is Echo is way out of this game. He sacrificed himself. He's at 19 vills. Bourbon's at 31. If they can somehow drag this on, the Russians have a chance. And we hear the
Yeah, and
Russians.
I was just going to talk about it. Like, Rizos is, you know, maybe you don't want to waste too much time on Echo, but he's killed all of Echo's stuff at home, except for those 5 vills that are building the gold mine.
Yeah, it does feel like they're on a timer, Laposh. I think you're right. Let's listen to the Russians, just because. Why not? I think Bofors might actually understand what they're saying.
Ого.
Не пизда. Нет армии.
Вообще ноль.
Вообще ноль. Ладно. Вроде нормально.
Здесь есть что-нибудь из луков?
Каких луков?
Oh, the over chop! He almost gets it. He almost gets in the
Бля,
Vrothman
пожалуйста,
base.
пачка, иди на хантинга, ты чего?
So close.
Ты же нужно против него играть. А здесь нужно
Да,
просто...
сейчас к вам идет.
Окей, пусть идет.
Turn up.
О, с кермы, красавчик,
Bourbon
вот
a
с кермами
little bit.
дефаешь вот это. Хорош, чел,
Да где
неплохо. Вот здесь вот
камень?
можно одного лука оставить, одного лука можно оставить. С кермами, да-да-да. А ты без брони, вообще без брони. Ебать.
I don't know. The Russians sound like they're pretty relaxed.
I hear a lot of
Микри, микри, с
chatter.
кермами, микри, я вышку ставлю.
Bourbon's definitely the
Ебать.
leader. You can hear him right now. He's the one speaking. He is calling the
Понял,
shots.
ты микрить не будешь. Во-во, хорош.
That-
Наконец-то!
I'm not
Ебать!
sure that tower's gonna
догадался.
go up.
Okay,
Хорош,
let's.
хорош.
We can mute it
Oh,
now,
that's
but it
хороший,
was
да.
nice
Yeah.
to hear.
Я-то и хотел, чтобы ты сразу
Kinda their
сделал,
tone.
типа, моментально быстро.
And Rizos is into Clark's base. Let's see the eco KDs. Sammy 15, Clark 5 and 4, Echo 2 and 15.
Yeah,
Sammy
Rizos
is
is putting the
killing
pressure where he
more and
needs
more
to.
too. Honestly, this is kind of a close game.
Yeah, this is probably one of the messiest games I've ever seen.
Right? It looked so bad out the gate, but
I mean, bad for who? Rizos, our boy, indeed. Sweetie Boy by Bofors.
I do think the military numbers are becoming an increasing problem, though. We see 39 to 18 and 4k gold almost to 1k gold. So It does seem to be getting a lot worse for the Go
The
War
question
Hamsters.
is, what does Hunting do with his army now?
I think
It
he
looks
just,
like he's headed on over to Rizos, is what it looks like. You can
And
see on the mini-map.
I think he continues to get ahead too. There's no pocket really for the Russians. And
Yeah, and which is too disappointing for them because the Malians are so good right now.
right.
They're so. I mean,
Look at
there's some
Clark's
people who say Farimba's garbage, but it doesn't really matter. You have the gold bonus.
gold
You
bonus
can
is
go into
huge.
camels. It's such a good civ, but it kind of doesn't matter if you don't have a base to do anything with it.
Right. I think we're seeing a full pike switch from Rizos. He needs to keep these knights out because Clark wants to kill you. Nothing else
Clark
on his
wants
mind
to.
but kill.
He is going to. I mean, with numbers like that, I mean, a pike loses against a knight one-on-one. You can't have 4 pikes against 20 knights and expect to get anything done.
Yeah, Bowforce asked, "Who's the jerk saying Farimba is garbage? Who's telling you this, Sieg?" He wants to know.
What I think it was Hunting X himself was saying Farimba's really not that good.
Oh, okay. The guy we're looking at right now.
Yeah,
Bourbon
see those
is
towers
castle.
just the towers don't do enough. They
This
don't
is
do enough
huge
here.
damage. Clark 20 and 4 eco KD. It just skyrocketed. And he finds Bourbon. Bourbon's gonna get hit again and lose more.
Oh, you know, look at the score. Brothman's up on Sammy, though a castle's coming down.
Yeah, it's a good castle too. Rothman's getting kind of cornered. He's got a Persian TC, which takes forever to kill.
I think with 2 mangonels, it'll go down quicker than quicker than Echo hopes it would. Echo has
Right.
no resources. The man has 13 villagers.
Yeah, that's why they're definitely on a timer. They have to kill. Because
And
if
he
this
has
drags,
0. He's got 0 wood. Oh, 30 wood.
if this drags on, I'll try to keep it on Res Lapasha. I just wanted to see Eco KD when Clark was in there wrecking.
Clark has enough wood to do multiple Cialis commercials. Man has almost 2,000 wood at this point. For the
Now,
oh,
Rothman is
they're all
imp and
castle edge,
Sammy
aren't
is
they?
imp. Sammy is imp, Rothman is imp. Rothman doesn't have a castle though. I think they're in big trouble. And Clark's rotating over. It seems like Rothman's the threat at this point. You kill Rothman, you win the game.
yeah, I mean that's just a fact. He's the other 2K. And if he goes to there it is.
The GG is called. Wow. I think the strat worked really well. Why does it say best of 5? Whoops.
That was absolutely
That was a best of-
exactly what Hunting X said that he wanted to do with Echo. Just turn him into his own personal flaming camel and send him in.
Right. In a way,
Release the flaming Echo.
maybe that's what 3 zeros means. Echo is zeroing himself and 2 opponents. He's gonna douche one, douche the other, make 3 zeros.
Yeah, and
Figured it out.
You know what? I kind of don't want to say it, but I don't really know what Bourbon was doing for like 5 minutes after he got douched.
I think he messed up. Like, he did not mean to build 2 mills. I don't know if he meant to build a house or a TC or what. But that's 200 wood, and the lumber camp, that's 300. That could have just been a TC. It was
Like Echo,
definitely an
did-
accident, whatever happened with those mills.
Yeah, Laposh with the comment, quote unquote, it only worked as well as it did because Bourbon's reaction was really bad.
Kind of was. Like, he would have
Yeah,
been back in
I
the game
think-
sooner.
It felt like there was a lot of fumbling.
Yeah.
Like they chose Vietnamese because they wanted to know where Echo was going. But in the end, that kind of worked against them. They were like, "Oh, he's gonna douche Rizos. This is perfect. That's it'll be an E player douching an E player."
Yeah.
You know what I want to bet? I wish we had listened to the very beginning of it because I bet Hunting is in there going, "Echo, go straight to pocket. Go straight to pocket."
Right, and
no
from-
Echo.
From what I had heard from, like, my understanding of how they were going to run it, he was going to douche the flank regardless of who it was. So that was a big surprise that he went to Bourbon. He just said, screw it, right to Bourbon. And yeah, why not ban Persians? I agree, Zumpy. Especially if your name says you know it's coming, I thought maybe it was a secret. It clearly wasn't. Ban
Yeah, I mean,
the
especially
Persians.
I'd like in a situation like that. Let's say they chose Malians, for example. The Persians can do basically everything the Malians can. Why not pick them for yourself? Just put them in pocket. Like,
Yeah,
if
like
you're a
no one's
stronger-
gonna give Leaf Man Persians.
if you're a stronger player, why not just take away like one of the tools that a weaker player can use to smack the shit out of you? Yeah, so I think that's maybe they were a little bit too cavalier. They were like, it's Echo. He can't
Yeah,
do anything.
clearly Echo can douche quite well. And even if he loses all the vills he lost, it didn't matter.
It didn't matter. It put Sammy and Hunting in such a good position to just grab the enemy team by the neck. And I mean, Lapoche is right. It's kind of a story of Bourbon not responding well. Like that was like a 1400 reaction.
Not responding
Like-
well and then making some buildings on accident. There's no way he meant to do double mill at lumber camp.
The double mill.
that.
It's almost as good a play as the 3 archery ranges on the neutral island. Like yeah, it's
Yeah, okay, we're gonna look at the Civ draft again, update it a bit. And we're going to Hamburger. This is what I wanted today. I didn't know this is how we would arrive at it, but wow. So we see the Persians win, the Italians, and it was the Franks, right? Yes. Franks. We see the Malians fall. Where are those Malians? Okay, a little Beto. Vietnamese. I think
Vietnamese
the
and Mayans.
Yeah.
That's right.
So looking at hamburger civs. Dravidians definitely for the Russians.
It's got to be Sicilians, right? They've got the transport ships.
Maybe.
I've seen Sammy has been playing Celts on Hamburger.
Hamburger,
If
yes.
if we don't see Samir on Celts, I will be very shocked.
Can he play Mongols?
Can he play Mongols? I'm sure he can.
Because the
But
Celts,
that's
in my
probably-
opinion, didn't do that well. Let's just be honest.
Sometimes you just want to do something because you want to do it rather than because it's a good idea. And I think he'll probably if it's
That's what I agree. Sicilians, I think, is for the douche on Haboob. They build the TC really fast.
could be. I guess their transport ships aren't as strong as they used to be. Do they even get a bonus for their transport
Yeah,
ships?
and
anymore?
like, I don't think. I think they do.
Is
It's,
that
like,
is
cheaper
it that
or
important?
something.
Does it even matter?
I don't think it
Yeah.
matters.
That's a good point.
So when it comes to hamburger, I think maybe Sammy will go Mongols, but that could also be Haboob. He loves. Oh, you know what? Mongols has to be Haboob. The vision,
hunt on
the
Haboob.
laming, the hunt. Yeah, he's probably going Celts.
Yeah, I think probably from hunting, it's got to be Magyars or
Magyars probably, and then
maybe Poles.
Poles, I think, is the tower player, which will likely be
Yeah, because
Echo.
you can.
Now the other team, Dravidians definitely. Maybe there's like a Kuman boom play strategy that they have planned out.
Humans.
Because they first
Humans?
picked Kumans and they really wanted them.
What do you think? They'd build the second TC on the second lane maps?
I'm curious. I think it is going to be something like that. And then Lithuanians is probably good there too. I don't know. The relics could be tricky to get. I still think Lithuanians with the dock, all that good stuff. Although it's the last pick, who knows? Maybe they don't use Lithuanians at all.
We're about to start. Okay, they're about to head into it.
Okay.
Where's Portuguese coming then? Or is that just a throwaway pick?
Portuguese. Oh.
That was the last pick. It could just be like, oh, we're probably not going to play them.
I don't know. Portuguese are a really good civ.
I mean, the Spanish are, for some reason, I can't put it into words. which is a caster, you might think, well, that makes you useless. But I feel like we might see Spanish on Hamburger.
Yep, so just type in Slapdown, you will see the game. It is Hamburger, the players are all in. I think we're about to get started for game 2.
Anyway, that was really, I mean, talk about going exactly according to plan for the Pikes.
Couldn't have
For
went better.
the Hunting X. Literally, that was the only way it could have gone better. Is maybe Echo does a bit better of getting back into the game, so he's even more of a threat.
True.
But it
Because-
didn't really matter because Clark was able to get over, Hunting X was able to get over into Rizos's base, and also do more damage to Bourbon. And like Rothman never got to get out of his own base. He was in his base the entire game. Never
Yeah.
got to do. I think he had a few troops in Sammy's base, but
Yeah, and he had Echo
didn't
pretty
really-
much renting a room in his base.
didn't do enough damage.
I think Lapoche, the thing is, just getting the TC up, even if he loses the douche, it's still a success.
Also,
you
it's
have-
more
you have to
intimidating for it to
fight
be
it.
up quicker.
Like, the faster build is probably just so it doesn't get denied. Okay, game is up. We got a very desert look this time. Let me get the capture age on. I don't think I've ever seen desert on this. Am I tripping?
I said I couldn't put it why I thought it was going to happen, but there we see it. We see Spanish. You called Dravidians, and then the Cumans.
Yeah, so Spanish, Dravidians, Cumans, they do have a Cuman play planned.
There it is, the Polish. Echo's going to be building towers, just like you said. I knew Samir was going to go Celts. There was no doubt in my mind. And then finally you have Clark on just one of the
Hunting.
good. It's a good
Berbers,
captive.
Berbers have faster boats.
Faster
So
boats.
that's showing Hunting will fight water. He is the Berbers in the red. Sammy, the Celts. I know it's usually Hunting that's the pocket, but I think Sammy's a better water player. And Echo will be the tower player. Yeah, I don't think they're doing that strat, Lapoche. They have a different one. Hunting talked to some 2.2Ks, from what I heard.
Does Hunting know that he's not playing with some 2.2Ks though? Someone should probably tell him.
Yeah,
that.
but the strategy still works. Because Dev's team we see 2 fight water and 1 tower. Hunting's team is gonna have 1 fight water, 1 tower, 1 just FCs, gets to the edge and booms to hell. And you can take back water later, but that is what we're gonna see here. Now for the Russians, I guess we're calling them the Russians. It's easier to say than Go War Hamsters, and they are all Russian. I don't know. Is the Cuman gonna try to go up Giga fast? Is it gonna be a Cuman boom? Is he gonna boom on the outside?
I think if he booms on the inside, that's a bit of a throw. There's not enough wood.
And
At the
Rizos,
same
with the Spanish, I think he's gonna be the tower player. At the same time, what?
time, it's going to be delayed. Like if he has to get a transport ship and transport over all his vills to build a second TC, that's going to turn what should be a nice Cuman boom into something that takes a while to get into.
Yeah,
But
no,
I guess everybody has to deal with it, so
didn't-
it's not that bad.
I didn't fully watch Sammy's build, but he actually went stragglers early and food, and now he's just on the middle lumber camp. So something special about his build there that's a little different. I don't know, maybe it was an earlier dock.
Now, whether it's special good or special something else, we'll have to see.
Yeah, I don't know if it's that special because I don't see a boat coming out of that dock. Now it is.
Yeah, the 2 weaker players, neither of them on water. I think that's entirely planned. Oh wait, no, that's Brothman. Sorry, Brothman's down there without a dock.
I'm gonna go to this view for a little bit. Let's just ignore the outside for now. And Echo is up first. Unless some players skip Loom and beat him getting up. And you have to get Loom on this map because you will lose Vills on your wood lines to towers if you don't. Or it's likely you can. You can get it when you hit Feudal though. It doesn't have to be before, like Frothman skipped Loom. Oh no, he didn't. I never saw it pop up. Interesting.
You know, I was about to say, wow, Samir's team has very low idle TC time, but then Echo spent 33 seconds idling his TC.
The question here is, Frothman's up with Kumans. What is he gonna do? He didn't make a dock. So
I
it's
think
gotta
he
be a
gets
TC.
transported over, right? You can
No.
transport over
It
on
needs-
allied ships,
It needs
right?
to happen, and I don't see a transport. So he's gonna put the TC down on the main island. We have not seen this yet. And
Be a
this is the
bold
whole
move.
map they picked. There must be something they like about it. Now there is a transport seek. Maybe, okay, I think it's going to be a boom on the outer edge, possibly, because the transport is
Yeah,
coming
I think
over to
that there it
Rothman.
is.
He's the Dravidians, so he has the extra boat, the extra wood to get a transport out. Okay.
Well, he only gets the extra wood when he goes up, right?
Yes, but I mean, it's... Other
Mhm.
civs would struggle for the wood they need for the extra docks and stuff.
It's true. And
Right.
you see Bourbon and Hunting are both putting up their second docks.
This is going to be a 5-vil TC. Not an 8-vil, but...
Hunting's going to be up a few seconds before Bourbon. We'll see if that's
I hear Bourbon is
fatal.
really good on water, too. So Hunting is decent on water. Not bad, he's the best water player on their team, but I wouldn't be surprised if Bourbon destroys him. Even if Hunting's up first.
There it is, 2 fire galleys right away. I know he prefers fire galleys. It always feels like to me that if you're going fire galleys, though, it's a lot harder to micro them.
And
yeah, you see it, the galleys straight from Bourbon.
Yep.
That's kind of what I thought.
The TC going. Okay, more Vils are going now, so it is an 8-vil TC. Interesting. I like it. I like the strat. I think the Russians definitely planned well for this.
Let's see how well it goes in the next 5 minutes before
Did
we
I just
start
say
saying how
Sammy's
good of
better
a
on
strat.
water than Hunting? I thought I said...
No, you said Hunting's better.
Yeah. Hunting's better. Okay, maybe I said Sammy. I meant to say Hunting is better. I misspoke, and my phone just did something dumb. The voice thing activated. I don't know what I told my phone, but it... Not Siri, what's the Android one?
Got more Vills coming over to the outside from Rothman. And Echo's putting up the towers.
Now the
as we expected.
So Rothman's kicked off his wood, but he doesn't really care. He's Kumans. So the tower on Rothman actually does nothing here.
Yeah, he's already cutting wood over on the other side.
And Echo's got a tower going on Rizos now. What about Rizos? Is he not... Are they just not caring about the wood?
If I had to guess, maybe he's going fast.
Rizos is
he's
FC
going fast castle.
into castle on the wood.
Gonna drop a castle, yeah.
So they don't have a tower player. I've never seen this.
I mean... Yeah, I think Echo's doing a lot less damage than he would hope he was doing. But I'm not sure he knows he's not doing very much damage here.
Yeah, I agree with what Lapoche says. You want the tower on the water player. So if the tower was on Bourbon, it'd be a lot more impactful.
Wait, Lapoche, you think they should put the tower on the player that's using wood the most? I'm not sure. Are you sure?
And
that's crazy.
Hunting might be winning water. I think he is.
Yeah.
Because these are faster boats.
He got them out quick enough. He got them out quicker than Bourbon is, and I think there's pretty much no way that you win 1v1 galley versus fire galley. So that's that I think that extra 15 seconds that Hunting got up
and
was
look,
fatal.
Bourbon wanted to get to the edge. It's denied.
Oh,
the transport's denied.
I don't know how Bourbon does that. He knows hunting just went past his docks.
I think
Maybe
what
he's just distracted.
I think what you have to do is the castle goes on the wood now from Rizzo's somewhere, and then that's gonna be your safe wood on the island, or the inside. But man, this is actually looking good for the 3-0s at the moment. There is a Kuman boom happening though, so we'll see what ends up happening with this. Now the castle from Rizzo's, I don't know about the castle. Does he want to like petard or honks on the
That's
inside
not
island?
even. It's not even that close to the water.
I would have put it on hunting. They don't know
Like
he's
either you
there.
put it on the if you're gonna put it on the water, shouldn't it be more aggressive? Right on the water. That's
Yeah.
what I would have thought.
And Echo did a great job kicking them all off wood. I think hitting Bourbon first would have been bigger, but still,
Yeah, well,
this is fine.
especially with like that castle is exactly where it doesn't need to be for Rizos. Conks on the edge, shoot down the wall, and go in with Conks.
I guess he's gonna move them up to the palisades probably in breakthrough. He'll sit them right there.
I guess, but if the point of it was to hide the Conks to make sure that it was a bit of a surprise when it happened, why put it in position to defend Bourbon's docks poorly? Like Conks
Yeah, exactly
are good,
what
don't get me wrong.
Lepash said. Castle on the edge. It could have denied Hunting's wood, shot the palisades, and you're gonna get in. Now they can be like nerded out with stone walls and stuff and delay those conks. Unless he's gonna transport. He is gonna transport. Okay, conks are transporting over.
Yeah, I mean that could be nasty. That could be nasty. Hunting's in feudal age. He has
On
no
his way to
defense
castle.
against Conks.
He's on his way up.
That is true.
Lepash says you can't really hide conks if a Spanish player goes FC. I agree. You know it's coming whether you see it or not. 3 conks for Rizos. We saw Rizos get a lot of kills with conks on Team Acropolis earlier in the tournament. Let's get a reaction from the 3-0s now that the conks are over.
Gonna go in.
Yep.
And there we are. Absolutely
It's fine. It's
zero
fine.
reaction
I have
from them.
fish. It's completely fine.
Oh no, never mind.
This is completely fine. I'm just gonna be on the
Even
other side. I
transport?
don't care about him.
There it is.
Yeah, I don't care about him. We have towers
Transport
and our
between-
tree line. Yeah, I don't care about this at all.
Where?
Oh, they need a pause. Okay.
I don't care about this at all. Like they're gonna transport
know,
here, but we have towers
Clark's
everywhere.
saying
Just
he
stay in your
doesn't
TCs
care.
and boom on the outside and fuck him.
Oh.
Okay.
Their strategy is bad.
We can pause
Because
it.
I'm just gonna boom fully on the
I mean,
outside. I'm gonna
we
drop
can
TCs right
cut
away.
The chatter.
My
I
transport's
don't.
like-
Sounds like they don't really care about the conks.
Okay.
I think the conks are
Yeah.
definitely annoying though.
Yeah, you know what? I think I probably don't agree with Hunting's own assessment of the situation.
Yeah, and saying the strat's bad,
Uh,
we don't know yet. I mean, a Kuman boom is looming. The Kuman's on his way up.
They need to pause and things.
I don't think it was a strategic pause. Now Bourbon is now on the outer edge. This is gonna come down a lot to what the Kuman ends up doing. I think you need to open up these palisades too. You want these conks to just roll in without the extra APM of transport ships doing it.
Look at the Vil difference, though. This is absolutely like Sammy has 5 TCs up. This man is
Yes.
booming like you wouldn't believe.
He has more Vils, but the Kuman Vils have been working a lot longer. If we look at the resources collected, screw it. If we were to, I think it's still a lot more for the Kuman player.
It's going to be a 2-0 Zumpy says.
It could be.
I mean, from what I can see, this is not the kind of confidence that I was expecting from the from Rothman and from Bourbon's team. Yeah.
Well,
In
I
all
like
honesty,
the strat more from the War Hamsters. I mean, the 3-0s right now.
yeah, and what are those conks doing? They're shooting an outpost.
Whoa, look at this though. Look at the stables on the left of the map.
Oh, the sneak stables.
Wow.
Ugh.
We didn't even see that, and we have God view. Okay, okay, this will be huge, depending on what happens here. And it's just one Vil snuck over there. I don't know when she went there. It was probably a long time ago.
It's completely. They have no idea that it's over
No,
there.
they don't.
Okay, Sammy doesn't know.
There's no way they know. You would see although you see monks, but Sammy always goes for relics. And now we see some castles on the wood line. You have to time this right. You don't. It's step lancers. You don't run in too early. You could easily GG them here. Maybe even some rams. I don't know. It's quadruple stable. Are we gonna see sling even maybe? It's all anyone can send res at this point. They're all castle.
No castle.
Won't be a DQ sling. Don't worry. Oh man, I love the sneak. I love it.
Resource's castles seem to be there to protect the crossing rather than
You're right.
do anything on the wood. Which, don't get me wrong, I love how it looks, but I'm maybe not the most effective use.
You know, can we get a... it's fine. There's a house that was built by Rothman that could... I don't know what they think about that house. Like, a Vil had to get over there. Maybe they wonder where the Vil is? This is a lot of step lancers. And Sammy... No
Sammy's
army.
still
No army.
blissfully unaware.
Booming away, thinking he's safe. And he's anything but safe. He's actually in the most danger right now.
He's 105 Vils to 72, but I think Frothman might be in position to flip the script on him.
I want to see some capped rams. Like, just finish them off behind it. Like, 2 capped rams, maybe 3. These TCs all get mopped.
Now, how much does... Let's see.
And I think he needs to strike soon. We see barracks is going up for the Celt. And he's on his way to Imp. The Russians need to time this right.
And also, if you look at a Rothman point of view, he actually doesn't have information on where they are. Oh, he can see one farm. He can see some farms from up there to his right.
He just needs to go. He needs to go. I know he doesn't see what we see. Okay, his +2's coming in for the armor. I think he's going to go right after that hits. Because you do not want to fight Halb.
Oh, there it is.
Here he goes. Here he goes.
There it is. He's ready.
Let's get the reaction from the 3 zeros. Let's get the reaction. We have to hear this.
Here we are.
Oh, he's gonna kill our fish.
Clark, Garrison, your Vil.
I don't need to.
Oh, he doesn't need rams. They just eat it.
Haven't noticed yet.
Emmy hasn't said anything.
Wait, are you okay there?
Oh, there it is, the garrison.
Can you make some halbs or something?
I thought.
I think he would be happy to make some halbs if he was in Imperial.
He's gonna need
Age.
food. This is his
And if he had
farm
some barrackses.
Oh, this is huge. This is so big.
No, like Bourbon's fully on water. Like I think you can just get away with pure there's shit here. You can convert it.
Okay. To be honest, not as exciting as I thought it would be. You want to cut it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, if there's one thing you could say about Sammy is he's very stoic.
Right.
No recriminations.
I think they're in trouble. I think Sammy's gonna die from this.
In the meantime, Bourbon's actually thrown hunting completely off the water.
Yeah, they're winning water. Sammy's their carry, and he's dying.
I feel like hunting kind of like, was clapping his hands saying, "Okay, that's good enough. Don't need to do much more water there. We're on the outside."
And Bourbon never
But I
gave
think
up on it.
Bourbon was like, "No, I'm gonna have full control of this water, whether I die for it or not.
Now, I don't know about the Step Lancers pulling off here. I think they could have ate that TC, or maybe he's gonna pivot to hunting. Oh.
Yeah, he's moving up. But I mean, there's a castle up there. Maybe he just wants to snag some bills.
Sammy's getting some time.
Yeah, I mean, this is I think like you've got your foot
Ooh,
on his neck. You should just keep pressing at this point
Hunting's-
from Brothman. The castle's gonna go up. And you know,
Is
what do you
it?
think hunting goes? I think yeah.
those Step Lancers killed that house in a millisecond.
Oh.
This is denied.
Oh,
Step
he should
Lancers-
drop a. He could drop
put-
it. Oh no, he could have dropped a stone wall. I don't know why he doesn't. It's playing with fire, in and out. I don't really know what Rothman's doing at this point. Oh, he has another wave coming, or is it just a few?
He's breaking out. He doesn't want to lose the numbers. I think he could be a little more aggressive with them. And now there's Knights on Sammy's TC again.
Yeah, now that all the Halbs have run off to go do something else.
Sammy's not reacting at the moment. Okay, he sees.
Meanwhile, Echo's just down there, happily farm-villing it up.
It's a pretty close game. That's why this is a fun map. Like, when both teams have good plans, it's a fun map. And Rothman's almost to imp. He's going to switch to longswords, champions, all that good stuff. How many castles?
Wait, what? You think the...
He's getting the techs. He's going to switch to infantry. But where are... Oh, so he's going to switch and he's going to hit from the right of the map.
Yeah, but he's in a much weaker position from that side of the map. Like, I don't really understand it. You see his Vil running... Oh, I think you see his Vil running down there. Yeah, his Vil's... the Vil that built the stables has...
They have water, too.
He's making his way back down there. They have water. You know what they have a disturbing lack of? Any fishing.
Yeah, but it's...
I don't see...
Water control is still so annoying. Like, look at the Polish farms in the south. They can get attacked. The gold of Echoes at home will be soon. I think it's still important. The fish, I don't think even matter that much right now.
Except that's just extra pop that you can get quicker. It builds out of something that isn't a TC. And they do have control of the water. Why wouldn't you, is my question.
Dravidians don't get cannon galleons, right? I don't know. I assume they don't. I don't think any...
I think Dravidians get a pretty nasty water tech tree. I'm pretty sure they get cannon galleons.
Maybe they do, okay. Because Bourbon's on its way to imp.
I would have to double check.
You see a castle going up for hunting in the middle. Hunting himself as imp. There's going to be a lot of fighting from a lot of places.
Yeah. Dravidians get elite cannon galleon.
And these raids from Rothman are really paying off. I'm going to look at the eco KD. Sammy's lost 51, Hunting's lost 40, and Echo is now losing tons.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking about how Sammy was, about 10 minutes ago. He's 30 bills up. Now he's 15 bills under blue.
I kind of missed some of it.
Rothman's done so much damage.
Riza's killed 35. I think a lot of those were in the center, and I probably missed it. And here comes the champions in the south. I mean, Sammy's only got 108 bills. I guess actually that's pretty high compared to the most. Why is this cut off? That's weird. Oh, there we go. Kuman has the most. The champions are in. They don't get supplies, but they don't really care. We see Trebs happening in the middle.
Rothman's just been allowed to totally set the pace on this game. Yeah, I saw that. Echo did lose quite a few vills to those 6 hungry step lancers.
That's the thing about poles. Like, they need all this space, and those things just came in and wrecked him.
It didn't wreck him as hard as we think. He lost about 10.
I mean, it's
10,
34 now. It's 34. Like, it was 4, so he lost a lot. He lost a lot.
He's still at 105 vills.
Yeah. 140 would be better. I'm just
140 would be
saying.
better. But the Trebs are coming out in the middle. Rizos's
And look at the
castles are
military
going
difference, the Vil difference. Go War Hamsters are in control right now. And we see a armored elephant from Bourbon. They have water control. They're pushing. They're not pressured anywhere, really. I think they're going to take this game.
Oh no.
What's going on,
The,
Secret? What's
the
oh no?
The Celt castle doesn't have murder holes. It's gonna get beaten down in the south by champions.
Yeah, Echo's got a few
Maybe not.
Cavalier. I think they need to get off the castle and swing back.
Probably.
Are they going to? They're just going to all die. Okay.
Echo has 4,600 gold in the bank right now.
What?
He has 4,600
Wow.
gold in the bank.
I think Sammy needs some of that. I think you got to give some gold to Sammy. And Bourbon selling stone for gold. Is Bourbon having gold issues, or is he just pumping a lot and needs... He only has 6 on gold. Where is Bourbon taking gold right now? Okay, he could put more on that. They see this? No, they don't. So they're actually... Bourbon's struggling a little bit for gold at the moment. I think it'll be okay. And now Echo is in the game. He's got 22 Polish Knights. And the spam is just gonna... He's got gold for days. Yeah, he lost a good amount of farm eco. But he's got 65 on...
Doesn't have the final armor upgrade, though.
Do the Poles get it?
I
don't think they do.
Not.
I don't think
They
they
might
do.
not. That's a good point.
Because they're already super cheap.
Yeah, because you get them for what? Something like 60% less gold.
Maybe,
isn't it?
okay, I spoke too soon. This is looking great for 3-0s right now. Sammy's pushing the center.
Yeah, I mean, look at the bar at the top.
Military is flipped.
Military's totally flipped.
Is this stalling out for the War
At the same-
Hamsters?
At the same time, if Echo... He's in with all those cav.
Ooh,
Could do
Yurumi
some pretty good
swordsman
damage.
though. What's gonna be the answer for the Yurumis?
I'll tell you what it isn't.
Siege,
Uh,
I guess. But not Wood Raiders.
not Woad Raiders.
Wait, do they do well against them?
Uh, I,
Wait a second. What? Wood Raiders are good
Those
against
are-
them, or there's no upgrades because...
yeah, no. The Irumi are 1-1, and they're not elite. Meanwhile, the Woad Raiders are elite Woad Raiders and 4-4. So,
Bourbon's making
Yes,
elephant
sir.
archers. Hunting's got 23 camel archers. He's got a big old mass going. They want to win the center.
Echo
That's the
Echo has
answer.
lost a lot of Cavalier in Rothman's base.
Yeah, right into Albs.
Yeah, that's, I
He
mean,
walled this out pretty well.
Rothman is turning that into a
It's
murder
a trap.
house.
It's a trap.
Like, Echo is...
They are pigs for slaughter right now.
Exactly. But Hunting is clearing out the middle up top there with all those camel archers, which I was pretty sure we were gonna see. Camel archers, they're so versatile as a unit. They're not quite Mangadai,
SO coming in
but
for
they're pretty damn
Sammy.
good.
Krebs going forward. We see more kind of sneak stables from Rothman on the left. It's a close game, but I think 3-0s are still in a better position at the moment. And camel archers are probably decent against elephant archers.
And those sneak stables, no one sees them. Echo doesn't see
They're
them.
melting those elephant
just-
archers. Oh gosh.
Yeah, elephant archers are
They are cav
Are,
archers.
cav archers. Get
Yep.
all that bonus damage.
And Rothman getting raided at home on the island. There's such a big focus in the middle right now for the 3-0s. The focus for the War Hamsters is more the outside, but Echo's doing great.
Yeah, I mean,
Bourbon's
Echo-
team. Let's listen to Bourbon's team.
Oh, we don't even need
Oh.
to. There it is. The GG is called.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, once you start having Vrothman getting 1v1'd by Echo there, and you know, Echo's not killing him right away, but like, if one of your 2Ks is getting 1v1'd by the enemy team's E,
Yeah.
that's pretty bad.
I actually wanted the push to be more devastating from the Kuman, like a siege workshop with capped rams. I think it could
Yeah,
have really just snowballed. You could have gone either way with it.
it felt
'Cause
like he
it's so
dragged
strong in castle.
dragged his feet just a bit too much.
Yeah. A big knockout could have done a lot.
But really, just solid play. I mean, that was much better, I think, all around than the first game.
Yeah, the
I mean,
first
Echo,
game.
the first game was just kind of well played from such. They played, my word, they played so bad, bro. Zumpy says, yeah, I mean,
Can we go to Dev's set? Yes, we will get that set right now. I think it's going to be entertaining. This one, I guess we didn't know which team would run away with it, but Hamburger for the 3-0s to take it, I think they had the better strat. But I think the strat of the Go War Hamsters could have been executed a little bit better. The Kuman sneak, man. Could have been big.
yeah, I just Rizos look at the 2.09 KDA, but only 46 kills and 22 losses.
Yeah, Frothman did a lot.
As Hunting would say, that they were kind of a zero. I don't really. That was not. I don't know. I feel like they weren't there for that game too much.
Right.
The castles, the conks did not do very much damage. The castles were kind of, I don't know, like those castles that they built on the water to like cover the crossing. They didn't do anything.
Yeah. I would have loved Rizzo's castle, the first one for the conks, to be in the north on Hunting's lumberjacks and just opening that wall. You don't have to do any transporting. It kills the palisades. You just flood conks in. That could have been a big difference. I do feel like, even though the Go War Hamsters lost, I feel like Rothman was like the MVP of this game. I know that sounds weird for a losing team.
He did a
I think
lot of
he
damage.
played the best.
That was quite a good amount of damage on Sammy, but obviously not enough to knock him out.
Yeah, at the same time, Hunting got a big Camel Archer mass. He had the counter for the elephants. Sammy got SOs. It's not like they didn't play good. I thought Rothman had a pretty big game. He could have made a little bit better play, though, with some siege and maybe even more aggression behind that. He kind of ran from a few pikes. I think you go giga aggressive there with the sneak like that.
Yeah, well, it's easy to backseat, like, hindsight kind of play. I guess he wanted to get up there, get some damage on the Hunting. That makes sense.
Right. Seeing that the other teams are still in there, I assume they're still playing. Let's go right into the interviews.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Well, you were like so confident.
What is up, guys?
Sup?
Hey, what's up?
How you feeling after that one?
Pretty fucking good. Feels like we're gonna win the tournament.
Maybe. I think today was gonna tell who the favorites were. It's
Yeah, I
clearly
think
you
it's
guys.
pretty clear.
No, they have
Pretty clear
Meisel.
now.
Meisel's like unexpected. It could go any way.
I think that was a very convincing 2-0. I felt they didn't have a chance either game. We were way ahead both games.
I was worried going into that. They're a very good team, so
Like their unit choice in game 2, I'm like, okay, you're gonna go garbage against Camel Archer? Sure. Garbage away, bro.
I
Good luck.
felt like the Kuman could have done better with that sneak, maybe with some rams behind it or more aggression. He kind of pulled off Sammy.
That's true. I had no idea where that was. I looked at my base and there's like 20 units.
It's got stables over there.
It was a very well hidden. We kept checking it from your point of view. You hadn't seen it. And he actually had another sneak set up on Echo.
I think they were trying to play too sneaky on Hamburger when I think that map is just boom into your ideal comp and just steamroll. And we steamrolled and they didn't.
I think even the castle of Rizos was maybe a sneaky castle, you could say. That needed to be plopped on your wood line, shoot the palisades, and run the conks in. They were like transporting them over.
He lost all his conks to monks anyway.
Honestly,
Doesn't really matter.
I would have liked the more aggressive in your face. Like you said, they were being a little sneaky, maybe too sneaky.
I mean,
was so surprised.
did you
they
see
didn't
their?
tower the
Did you
wood
see
line
the?
in the middle?
What's
Yeah, they
that,
didn't even do
Echo?
that.
It was so weird.
Oh yeah, it's the
They
first
didn't
team to
tower
never.
it. They went FC. They went FC. They didn't tower the wood line.
Never
Yeah.
seen it before. Don't
Terrible
get me-
strat.
Me,
Yeah, same.
me
I
and
saw
Spencer
one of
were
them.
just thinking, oh, so he's just gonna.
They just let me tower the wood line. It was.
They're
it was
just gonna
nice,
drop
you
the
know?
castle and kill your towers, okay? And then they just drop the castle, just completely.
And then you
One thing.
denied the
Did you
crossing of
see?
bourbon hunting.
Did you notice? Did you notice the name they used the first time
Yes.
when we were drafting?
Yes.
Yes. So they knew the douche was coming,
And
and
they
they
gave you
played so
Persians.
badly against it.
Oh my god!
I
You should have
guess
seen
because we
you
went
and
to the
Lapoche
pocket.
both.
Like maybe
They just
they
let
knew
it
I was on
happen,
Rizzo's
like-
side and they didn't expect us to go to Bourbon.
I
Maybe
No,
that's
I mean,
feel like
I knew
their
exactly
name was
how to play
hoping.
that.
I feel like they were hoping that name would make you guys second guess it and not do it. Like maybe. Like,
Yeah, right.
but then there's the Persian
Yeah.
pick. They gave why give Persians? I mean, even another Civic could have still been really annoying. It's right on the pocket. It's gonna zero him for a little bit. You'll have to see the
I mean, they were
replay.
completely zeroed. Bourbon never hit more than 30 vills.
You'll have to see the replay. He giga screwed something up because the
Yeah,
bills that
it was-
ran, he made 2 mills and a lumber camp, and no
One thing
TC
you
for a
don't
long
want
time.
is.
I don't think it would have mattered. We were both up to imp.
I know,
Like, it's
but
completely over. Completely over.
He really screwed up. I think you guys had it anyways, but you'll see in the replay that something went wrong with what he did afterwards.
Yeah. I just want to say for all the people that were like, "Oh, Bourbon's team is so good." Yeah, that's
Did you get
we're
the spy
very
cam?
happy with our performance.
Did you get the spy cam on the Russians and then you
We
just
didn't on the douche. We should have. I wish we would have. We were like looking at some trees on the left. We're like, oh shit, he's going to Bourbon. We kind of saw it last second. That's me bad.
I kind of thought that's what was going to happen.
I wish we would have got the
Because-
reaction.
Of course, you don't douche. You don't have the E douche the E, right? You got the
Yeah.
E douche the S. And then
Did you see how I fended off Rizos? He like came to me. I was fully walled. I just killed all his
Nothing
stuff
happened.
a couple
It was.
times.
It was. Yeah. I mean, the fact that the game was entirely in the Russians' base, the Russian side of the map.
Echo was a roommate with Rothman that game.
Yeah. I mean,
Renting a room
credit where
from him.
credit's due. Echo, absolutely devastating to Bourbon. And then I don't know about you, but I don't think the double mill after you've lost your TC to the douche is the play.
I don't know what.
Well, they
happened there.
panicked,
That was
right? They
a
panicked.
big
They weren't
mispick.
ready. They weren't ready, but I'm sure either your team or Bob's team will be ready because this is happening again.
This is happening again. There's no
Yeah.
no being
Always
coy
could
about
do
it.
'em, That's it was a
Say
one-time.
it
This is
right
happening
now.
again, and now you can see we're not weak on Hamburger. We may not be as good as Dev's team, but we are not weak on Hamburger, so good luck.
I like Hamburger. My
I
team
like
may
that
pick
map,
it in the
honestly.
future. I'll just say that we might. We might.
Yeah,
It's okay because at least I don't have to face Dev's team. That was the thing I was actually more scared of Dev's team than Bourbon's team, like to be honest, because that starting map is Haboob. I do not want to play Leafman on Haboob and then Dev on Hamburger.
Which
Like
is
that
what-
team is much scarier than
Which
Bourbon's
is
team.
what the gentlemen's are doing right now. It's all kept secret what's going on there. I feel like they might
Well,
be
no,
in
but
game 3 'cause it's
oh
still
right, they
going.
picked Haboob. God
Yes,
damn.
they picked Haboob. I know, like,
All right, Spencer, when are we casting that? Whenever they're done?
yeah. So what time is it? Since it's going right now, I could almost squeeze some lunch in.
Yeah, I think we take a short breather and then we see their match. I mean, I think the brackets are pretty self-explanatory at this point. The scariest team in the bottom half is definitely Dev's team currently, but now Bourbon's team is going to face them off.
Can't count Rob out.
And then
Rob can carry games on his back, as we just
yeah, and
saw.
Rob on the bottom as well. And then on the top half, you know,
But we don't-
I would honestly
Who's to say
yeah,
Dev's
no, I
team
think-
wins though? We don't know. What if gentlemen somehow win that? We don't know.
yeah, well then I will laugh at Dev and Leafman forever, but I think I mean I'm not gonna jinx us and say we're definitely gonna win the winners bracket, but I think we are heavy favorites for the winners bracket.
We'll see.
Yeah. So
With that strategy,
good
yeah,
luck.
it's gonna be hard to beat. I will admit. I think that makes you guys a lot nastier than just an E playing meta.
well
and two S's.
next time we get Golden Pit and Haboob for our 2 maps.
it's best of 5s?
It's best of 3.
Best of 3s.
No, but we start on Pit and we get Haboob.
Oh, okay.
So we start Pit and we get Haboob, and then they pick their home map. So yeah, I'm pretty confident. Yeah, no, I was scared about Bourbon's team because they played so well, but
Not
maybe
today,
part
they
of it
didn't.
was
They didn't
Not
show
today,
up.
but like if you play harder opponents, you look worse, right? They played a very weak opponent last round and they looked better. That's just how it is.
Yeah, their strategy seemed better too, but it was weaker opponents, so everything looks better.
Yeah, everything looks good if you're playing down.
I think this is
Right,
a
if
wake
you're-
up call for them at the same time. They're still going to be nasty in the lowest bracket, and we might see you guys against them in the final. Who knows?
I don't think they can beat Dev's team.
Why not? Why
I
you think
mean-
Leafman's be a douche?
Because
I think they're gonna die to the douche on Haboob, and then I think they're gonna die on Hamburger. Is my guess.
who's to
But we'll
say
see.
they don't use it? Like, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean-
I think I'm to say that they don't.
Yeah, I'm just telling you, SSE. I think you have to use that strategy. It's just the best strategy for SSE.
hmm
I mean, Echo played so well game one. Like he did so much damage.
Yeah, I
so
mean, it
much
was absolutely the fact that you had him just absolutely take out Bourbon. I mean,
We've-
Lapoche made a good point in the comments that Bourbon also just made it so much worse with his horrible response.
Yeah,
But-
and Zumpy pointed out in the chat, I think he saw Leafman douche Bourbon recently, and the reaction was also horrible.
Bourbon
So-
zeroed himself from
Bourbon's a
Zumpy.
very
They
good
knew it was
player,
coming.
but-
Like they had time to prep. They had like this. You remember when Zumpy chickened out on douching me because we had a 3 minute of extra prep time? They had a week, 2 weeks of prep. They knew the douche
And
was
they
coming.
needed
Like
to
their
do
name.
it. They needed to do it.
I mean, their name is like just "Don't douche me" or something, right? Like, or "Leafman, please douche me" or something. Like it was just like
Did
in
any
the
of you
damn name.
guys say maybe we shouldn't do it when you saw their name on the draft?
Nope.
Okay.
We weren't gonna douche, and then we saw the name and we decided to douche.
Wait, for real?
No,
Oh, it's like, what?
That'd be funny.
No. Echo has been practicing his douche for the last
Yeah.
all his games with me. It's douche every game.
I'm glad you guys
That's-
didn't second
Yeah,
guess.
that's
It's
true, like
always bad to
90% of
do
them,
with anything
maybe
in
the
life.
odd
Second
lobby game
guessing
they don't,
yourself,
but-
don't do it. Just be confident and do what you planned. And I like that you guys did.
More
More
Sammy.
Sammy.
Meisel says he loves you, by the way.
Who?
Uh, hold on.
I'm gonna watch the video and take a breather.
Let me get my pepper spray really quick.
Let me get my
Now-
spray.
Sammy, who do you think
Uh-huh.
will be the other team to make it to the finals in this tournament? If you guys probably assume you're gonna make it there, who's the other favorite you would pick?
I honestly don't think we're gonna make it to the finals, but wait, are we in the semifinals or what team do we have to
You
face?
are
the
in
winners
the winners
finals.
finals. So if
Ah,
you
okay,
lose the winners final, you make it to the losers bracket final with the chance to make it to the final. You win the winners
I'm-
final, you
I'm
are
not
in
sure.
the final.
I think your team
My team?
is gonna, yeah, probably,
Okay.
because you did beat us on that other map. I
On
remember.
beach fight.
Yeah.
I have to agree. I think it's gonna be mine and your team. People are counting us
Uh.
out. They're not counting you out, but I think we will be the other team.
Yeah, well, they're definitely not going to count you out after this game. My lord.
Yeah, you guys look scary. But anyways, we're gonna go back to the casting booth, update the brackets. I'm gonna see if their game is anywhere near done. If they're still in
Thanks
the voice, it's probably not.
Thanks for the tournament, Spencer.
You're welcome.
that's good.
You guys have been
Thank
very
you.
entertaining. Thanks for signing up, playing. It's a lot of fun playing and casting with you guys.
Echo
and
MVP.
practicing.
Echo MVP.
I think
Yeah,
so.
game one, Echo
Unironically,
MVP.
absolutely just
Echo's absolutely the MVP. Congratulations.
absolutely
Echo.
just
Yeah.
playing above his elo.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
And it's good to see you back with some confidence, Echo. I know you were kind of lacking some about a week ago, it felt like, but great to see it. Good luck
Just,
next
just
round.
absolutely flexing. Like it was really well played.
All right, see you guys.
All right.
Yep.
GG, well played.
GG's.
GG, well played.
GG, well played.
Hamburger clown confirmed, Clark.
Hamburger-
Maybe.
Yeah, I think that's all we're going to be seeing him play these days.
Yeah,
It's
the
just-
map
it's just
he
Hamburger.
hates the most.
A love-hate relationship. As in, he loves to hate it.
Right. I'm not even gonna look at pregame 2 because it looks like they are just playing away. They are grinding right now. We're gonna update the brackets. So let's take a look. This is almost the end of it. I'm excited. The games are getting better and better. This was not. I didn't expect a 2-0 here though. I will say that. Well, actually, maybe. I guess a 2-0 either way isn't a big surprise. We didn't know which team was the top dog. Now we know. Now we know. A lot of 2-0s lately. Go War Hamsters. 3-0s. 3-0s, 2-0 them. When was the last set that went to 3? I think it was my team against Dev's team, and it's been 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, 2-0. New Poachers 2-0, the Drunken Potatoes. That was a big surprise and an upset. Oh, this didn't update. What the heck?
What a great game that was.
Why did it not update? There we go. 3-0s make it to the winners finals. Tomorrow, my team, the Donjon Dudes, and Meme Machine, Bob's team. Maybe my team's Lapash's team. I don't freaking know. Whatever it is. We will be playing our best of 3. And the winner of that will now face the 3-0s. The loser of that will be playing the Noob Poachers, led by Rob. So all we have left besides that game is the one that's happening right now that will be streamed live. Keeping it all secret. Don't talk to them, guys. It's very easy to tell who won based on excitement after a game. I think it gives it away if they're all happy in chat. I'm not going to talk to them because it's very obvious to tell who won. Just seeing how someone is after a match. But yeah, winner of that will go against the War Hamsters. So Gentleman's Disaster going against the War Hamsters, who we just saw. Everything's moving right along, and then we're going to have a big week next week. And then we're almost to the end, boys. And maybe girls. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Anything you want to add, Sieg?
No, I'm looking forward to it. I think sometimes you get final games that are this team's definitely favored, but I think heading into the finals we're going to have some pretty strong teams. I think it's only going to get better from here.
I think so. And I like what Lapage said. I didn't notice it. He said it's our team. Yeah, you're right. It's our team. Teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work. The better team wins, not the better player.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, Echo showed up, and they all carried him through it. I mean, you don't get that second TC drop off without Hunting's scouts or Sammy's archers there. So,
right,
it just goes to show. I mean, and the most fun is watching players that are considered bad playing above their elo. That's the most fun. I love
seeing
that.
the low elo on the team have the biggest impact. It's pretty cool.
It's absolutely fantastic.
We thought teams were going to be douching the SSE teams, but it's the SSE team that's actually using the douche in there.
Yeah, and I think Clark's completely right. You just have to take your weakest player and say, "Go, throw yourself at them."
Yep.
Take someone out.
Whatever happens, happens. But GG's, thanks for casting, Sieg. It's always great having you here.
Yeah, it's always fun to be here.
And last thing I will say, Polly says, Noob Poacher's going to win it all. Maybe. Zombie says, wait, Russia even cheated. What do you mean?
Don't be saying things like
Sling and Feudal after douche. Was there? I was wondering. I don't think he had a market, though.
Did we totally miss that? Oh my god, Noobcasters.
Sammy just confirmed. Okay, so
call the police. Dun dun.
To be clear on the rule now, when that happens, it's not going to matter because it's not like a DQ from the tournament or from the round. If you sling in a game, you lose the game. That is the penalty. You lose the game.
Admin DQ.
They lost the game anyways. So when Bean's team had their mistake happen,
we don't need to.
Oh, I'm just explaining like. They weren't DQ'd from the round and just kicked out or anything. They were given a loss for that game and they had already lost the game. So that's 2-0, they're done. So any slinging, like there's no penalty now, but yeah, that's cool that you caught that. But it's fine, it doesn't change anything with the results. I don't know how we missed it. I need to check my capture age settings. I thought I could see tributes being sent. I will mess around with that.
I can replay and I'll double check, make sure.
Yeah.
The penalty is too harsh. Lose game for one sling. Well, it's actually pretty easy, Meisel. You just don't sling.
Yeah, you break the rules.
Like, you don't.
You lose. Like that match that you broke the rules in. I don't think that's harsh. I think that's what you
And
want
it's
people
not
to
something
just
you
be
have to
allowed to
press
sling.
like you have to build a market, and then you need to press like 3 buttons in a row in a sequence to do it. It's not something. No one's like, "Oops, my hand slipped and I slung you to Castle Age."
And the reason for the rule, if we don't have the rule, you see all these dumb sling strategies that ruin tournaments that they do not allow in any of the pro tournaments for a reason. So
I will say, no slinging in Feudal Age does make a douche much more dangerous.
the problem with banning the sling strats is I had a discussion before this tournament started how to word the rule. Like, well, I just don't want sling strats. But then, like, what is a sling strat and what isn't? How much can you push the envelope? How much can you send? Like, you could still do it. And I just think it's better that it's not allowed. Just like all the pro tournaments. It's not allowed till Castle. It's not, though. It's not an easy distinction. I think just making it clear like it is how it is. And we warn players now before matches, don't send resources. Till Castle Age. Or Imp on Fortress. Because I had this exact conversation. And people will always be like, well, can you send 1,000 food? Can you send 500? Can it be a little bit here and there? It is what it is. I'm not going to change my mind on it.
There it is. At 22 minutes, Rothman sent 200 food to Bourbon and paid 60 in tax.
Wait. Rothman? What
sent
age was
200
Rothman
food to
in?
Bourbon.
What age
Rothman
was he in?
is in Feudal Age.
Ooh.
Bourbon's in Feudal Age. They're both in Feudal Age.
Okay. Well,
so we should have noticed that and stopped it right there.
That's why we needed Dev. I knew we'd miss it without him.
We needed Dev, of course. I mean,
Okay.
you'd think that'd be the one thing we'd be looking for.
I'm gonna check my settings though. One thing that's good out of that being picked up on is I'm not seeing the resources on my screen. I thought I was. Or we just missed it.
I think we just missed it.
Maybe it
it's
did
on
pop
my
up on the
capture
screen.
So I was probably looking at. We're probably listening in actually. Now that I think about when they got sent.
Yeah.
It'd be pretty funny if I think we were listening in on the Russians. The Russians might have been like, "Yeah, send me 200 food," and they said it while we were listening, and I didn't even notice.
Right.
Oh boy.
Well,
anyway,
stay tuned, guys. I will ping everybody when we go back live. I think Hunting's going to be with me on the next cast. Thank you, Sieg. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah,
it's been a lot of fun. We'll be back soon. I'm going to grab a bite, and then probably within the next hour, we will be live again.
Oh, yeah.
See ya all later.
Bye-bye.